Good morning, my loves. Happy Friday. It is about 5 a.m. here at the lake. Obviously, it's still dark out because it's 5 a.m. here at the lake. It is a beautiful Friday morning. It's in the 50s right now. It is chilly outside, but it is so welcome. It's wonderful. Very happy to have that. I think the high of today is like 79 or 80. So it's kind of nice. I mean, this is autumn in Arizona. This is almost winter. It doesn't get maybe in the 50s, 60s at the very coldest. It's kind of nice. That's why I'm here, avoiding that ice and snow. We made it till Friday, and I am damn proud of each and every one of you out there. I'm proud of myself. We did it. We didn't end up in jail. There was no bloodshed. We did it. Proud of you. So we're going to celebrate today. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Self-care. Tomorrow, getting my hair done. I had to cancel last week because of the storms. Having my hair done tomorrow. Okay, you heard Finn. Finn is taking a cat nap. That's good self-care. I'm excited about the weekend. I'm making some chili, of course. Watch football when I get home. I love weekends. I love my downtime because I have earned it. I put in long hours at the office. I'm a very dedicated person, a very dedicated employee. And I like my weekends. I like my downtime. I don't have to be running all over. I don't have to keep myself entertained. I know a lot of people do. They have to be busy all the time. And if you're one of those people, just listen up. If you're one of those people that you have to be doing something all the time, you have to be going shopping or going to the market or going to a movie or going to do this, and you just have to go, 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 go. I want you to stop and ask yourself why. Why can't you appreciate time alone with yourself? What are you not wanting to face? I have a really good friend that I had that conversation with a couple of years ago. They need to keep busy all the time. I know, whoa. And, I said, what? What are you running from? Why can't you just sit with yourself and collect your thoughts, process, do relationship autopsies in your head? Where did I fuck up a relationship? Pardon my language. Or where did I mess up a job? Or where did I mess up my life? If you take the time to reflect, to do these things, that's when you learn the life lessons. That's when you get the clarity and you don't make the mistakes. Yeah, it might not be thrilling, but it's educational. You will learn something. And there's a lot of times you don't want to face your screw ups. I am one, if I know I messed something up, I will be the first to admit it. Absolutely, positively. Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's at work, whatever, I will be the first to go to somebody and say, hey, I messed up. I'm sorry. I want to rectify it. How do I rectify it? I am in the process of rectifying it, whatever. But you need to do that self-reflection. It's self-care. It really is. And you're worth that. So just keep that in mind. Also, before I forget, I don't know, I thought of this last night. Been a few months ago, I was talking to someone. They sent me a note and said, I just really need some clarity. Can I talk to you? And I said, of course. I talked to this person 2 or 3 times. They were kind of sort of in a relationship. It had been an ongoing thing for years, on and off. And this guy told me, he said, she's really great. She could be the one. And I said, well, if there's a but, then she's not. He said, she won't use her words. If I ask her a question, she'll make a face. And I said, well, we were FaceTiming. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, oh, she'll roll her eyes and try to look cute or coy or purse her lips or go, that kind of stuff. And I said, so she won't give you an answer? He said, no, she'll just roll her eyes. I said, can you ask her why she doesn't use her words? He said, I don't think she wants to, because then she can't say, I never said that. That is a big red flag, and that's what I told him. He never saw it that way. I said, if someone is not willing to communicate to you, with you, that's a big red flag. If they're not willing to sit down and have a conversation without rolling their eyes like a 5-year-old, making faces, acting goofy, then they're not mature enough to be in a relationship with you. Relationships are serious because many times you're commingling finances, emotions, your lives, your children's lives. That's big stuff. Don't take it lightly. And if you're involved with someone that cannot use their words, that you cannot talk to, that they will not open up and tell you their hopes and dreams and aspirations, they won't open up with you about their life, they're hiding something. They may be hiding their feelings. They don't want to talk about it. It's too painful. Well, then, if it's too painful for them to deal with, it's sure as hell too painful for you to deal with, because that's a lot of baggage they're bringing in, and you don't need to deal with that. Just something to think about. Recognize the red flags for what they are. And I promise you, if I am ever involved with anyone again, I'm not currently. If I am, and I can't imagine a guy my age doing this, but I'm sure they're out there, that instead of answering a question or a comment or whatever, they roll their eyes or make a face instead of speaking to me. It's over right then and right there. Because I have to have clarity. I have to have communication. Open, honest, non-judgmental communication is the foundation, at least in my life and in my relationships, and it has always served me well. Which brings me to kind of a little segue. It's time for self-care. I want you to do something wonderful for yourself, because of course you deserve it, but so does your family, so do the people that lift you up and support you. They deserve it too. Use your words and tell them. Yesterday was Boss's Day. Of course, I told my boss, how much I appreciate him and all that stuff. And I was sincere, and he knows I'm sincere. But I also reached out to one of my first bosses as a nurse. And Goldie was my boss back in the 80s, a long, long time ago, when I was, I hadn't been out of nursing school long and working at the hospital. And she was so influential in my life. And she was my boss for many years, and we stayed in touch. So I sent her a note yesterday thanking her for being that influence, for being that role model, and for everything she's brought to my life. And it really touched her. But she needed to hear that. We need to use our words and tell people how much they mean to us. You need to say it. At work, if I will go to somebody and say, you are doing such a great job, I am so proud of you. They may not have anything to do with, the medical aspect of the firm like I do. They may be a paralegal or a legal assistant or whatever, but I will go to them and say, I'm really proud of you and the work you're doing. It means a lot for people to hear that. It would mean more to, from the bosses to say that, and I know they do. But that's the important thing. That's what makes a difference in someone's life. Look at your kids. I mean, it's nice when the teacher says, I'm really proud of you. You did a good job on your homework, or, you wrote a great essay, or whatever it is. But it means so much when mom and dad say it, when their siblings say it, when the grandparents say it. It means so much to give them a hug and tell them, sincerely tell them, I am so proud of you. I am so happy, thrilled that you're my little girl, you're my little boy, whatever the case. Okay, you're my little cat. Whatever the case may be, that means so much to them. Everyone needs to feel valued, loved, accepted, safe, and nurtured, including you. You need to allow yourself to feel that way. I know a lot of kids who have had, a lot of people who have had traumatic lives struggle with that, struggle with feeling safe, struggle with feeling nurtured and loved and accepted. You have to do that. It has to come from you as well. You have to nurture yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself for who you are, not who the world expects you to be, but for who you are. I have several clients that are Grammy-winning artists, okay? And I've had this conversation with them. Accept yourself for who you are, not who your fans want you to be. Because at the end of the day, when you go home and you take off the makeup and the outfits and you put down the microphone and you're not in the recording studio, you're with your kids, the dogs, the cats, the farm, whatever, you're just you. Embrace you Bring that authenticity out. You don't have to please the world. Stop pleasing everybody and just love yourself for who you are. Okay? Love your kids for who they are. Love your spouse, your significant other for who they are. Not who you want them to be, but who they are. That is the greatest gift you can give anyone. Have a wonderful Friday. I'm proud of you. I'm genuinely proud of you for making it through this week. Good job. We'll talk soon.